North Jersey communities like Little Falls are no strangers to flooding. They've dealt with them for years. Now some homeowners are looking to the feds to give them a boost because of flood insurance problems. The Record's Kathleen Lynn joins us now with more on this. And Kathleen, I'm very familiar with this story. Actually, my sister is trying to buy a house in that area, and they're running into problems like this. So talk a little bit about this, and why did flood insurance premiums start rising?
Well, the flood insurance program is run by the federal government because private insurers really aren't interested in that risk, and that's been the case for several decades now. After Hurricane Sandy and Hurricane Katrina, the flood insurance program faced huge losses, and Congress in 2012 passed a law that would increase premiums to help make up for some of those losses. And they're taking away subsidies for homeowners in the flood insurance program. About 20% of homeowners with flood insurance had subsidies before.
And Kathleen, how much did these premiums go up? I know that's been a big issue for many of these homeowners.
It's been a really big issue. So the premiums were set to go up 25% a year if you stay in the house. And so people were paying in the range of $1,500 to $2,500 a year. So they would go up 25% a year. But if you sell the house, it immediately goes up to the full unsubsidized cost of providing this insurance, which is a huge jump.
So what's the effect on homeowners living in floodplains in North Jersey? I mean, a lot of them can't sell their houses, and then when they do get a buyer, they don't want it once they see these premiums.
Yes. That's exactly what happened. And these are very difficult houses to sell already. You know, after repeated flooding in 2010 and 2011, it's very difficult to sell these houses. Many of them are just sitting there. And then I did talk to this one couple in Little Falls who had found a buyer for their house for about $225,000. And they were happy, they were relieved, they were going to be getting out of there after multiple floods. But when the buyer found out they were going to have to pay more than $12,000 a year in flood insurance, the deal, of course, fell apart. Yes. So now this family feels that they're just trapped there. They just can't get out.
I'm sure for many families, they're looking at the same issue. Now, is Congress looking at this issue as well?
It is. I mean, Congress really agreed pretty strongly that the flood insurance program needed those reforms that were passed in 2012. But I think they were surprised at how big the increases people are facing. So the Senate a couple of weeks ago passed a bill that would roll back or delay some of these increases, and the House is scheduled to look at it next week. Their bill is going to be a little different, but they're also kind of looking at this issue and trying to figure out a way to make it affordable for people.
Well, hopefully we get some relief for these homeowners. Kathleen, thank you so much.
For more news, weather, traffic, and sports, tune into FiOS 1 News New Jersey, only on Channel 1, only on Verizon.